Hey friends, so today we will be solving the let it sink quest. In this quest, we are basically going to touch the back end and the front end of things. So let's just go and search for let it sink. Yes. So this is what this particular quest is about. Let me zoom in a bit. So we basically have is asking us to implement a new feature that has implication on both the front end, back end, and the API and both the database. So let's just get started since we already know what we're supposed to do. I started the quest already. Next says, of course, run .start_quest.sh, then run Docker Compose up, which I have done. Now the next thing is, next says, what a couple of weeks it's been. I mean, even Evan Hawks bought the company, I expected things to change. But the staggering success he's had at reducing the employee head count is downright amazing. So we are gathered here today. We're gathered here today because Evan had a brilliant idea, creating a new verification program to verify top sellers. How do we intend to verify them? A list Evan made, which we know nothing about. Just to be clear, we should disregard the number of things they've sold, whether their identities are real or not. The list is all that matters, right? So, how do we intend to verify? Just to be clear, we should disregard the number of things they've sold, whether their identities are real. The list is all that matters. To do so, we will need to add a new Boolean field called is verified to the user model, have it returned from the API to prevent sellers from being verified by mistake. We want each seller to be marked as not verified by default. So every seller has to be not verified by default. So let's add the field to the user model and /items endpoints. So let's do that, shall we? So I just open my code space, go to backend, go to models, go to user. Right? So in the user schema, we just need to add one thing. Let's add is verified. Is verified. Since we want them to, it said it should be add a new Boolean type, so it should be Boolean. Then it should also be default. That all users should not be verified by default, so it's going to be false. So this is pretty much what we need to do here. Then we also need to add it to the user endpoint, right? So we have to scroll down to where the profile of the user is being generated. Where is it? It's somewhere here. Yes, here. So this is the methods for the profile. So we need to basically come here and it's very simple. Just need to reference that schema. This is where we want to use that schema, right? This dot is verified. Make sure to add the comma here. And voila. I think this is pretty much what Nest wants us to do for the most part. So let's find out if we are right. Now create a new terminal just so everything Docker can run wherever I want to run. So let's switch to a new branch so we can make a pull request. Git switch. Let's call it user verification. Sorry, should be -c because there's no other existing branch. Yeah. So let's do git add dot, then git commit -n add verified to user schema and items and endpoints. So we need to do git push origin user verification, right? So after that, we basically need to create a new PR. So you can just copy this, right? Let's copy this. You just copy this, open a new, then create a new branch there. So you can copy and paste this, then create pull request. So for us to even confirm it works, so let's do so let's check our backend, right? So go to ports, go to visit our backend /API, right? So let's check /items. I believe we should see /items. So yeah, you can see here is verified false. So every single seller now has a field called is verified, right? So and it's false by default. Let's go back to our PR and see if Ness has finished reviewing it. Going to take a bit of some time. This merge essentially from main this branch. Let's wait for this. Let's wait for this. Let's basically wait. Right. So looks good. Everything looks great. Now you can merge the PR and come back to Snap when you're ready. Right. So that was awesome. That's pretty awesome. So let's update our branch first. Let's update our branch. So our branch looks, up to date. Let's update our branch first. While our branch is still being waiting, let's wait. Okay, we're still waiting for it to finish. Let's refresh again to be sure that. Okay, awesome. So let's merge our pull request and go back to Snack and see what Nest asks us to do next. The Nest says, wow, looks like the API is working. Now you can merge the API and get ready for the next step. So for the next step, he said, so now that the backend is done, we want to show in the UI if our users are verified or not. To do so, we need to add an image and the top seller text after each seller on the name on each item in the field. The image is located in the repo at /public/verified_seller.svg. Here is a mock of what we need, right? So we are basically doing this in the item preview components, right? Just to be sure, open up the browser, open up React DevTools, open up React DevTools, and you can see, well, it shows item preview. So that's where we're going to make our change. So let's quickly head over there. Where is our item preview? Let's quickly head over there. It's going to basically be in the front-end folder. So let's search.
It's 3:30 p.m.
Let's
The
keep
time is
searching.
3:30 p.m.
So let's keep searching. Components, item preview. So we want to do this here, right? So we want to make this change here. So the first thing we need to do is let's just create a global variable called let's top seller. Then let's top seller. Then after that, let's pass in let's design the text and the image, right? So let's do that. So first things first, we need to make a check. So if item dot seller dot is verified, verified. So I'm going to use a ternary operator to make this check. So and item, if is verified, and item dot seller dot is verified is equal to true. So if the boolean there is actually true, so what we want to do is we want to do top seller. We want to pass top seller. We want to run with a div. Then we pass in the ID of item. Let us say, what should we name the ID? We should give it the ID. The next tell us what the ID should be, or do we have to do it ourselves? Okay, next did not tell us the ID, so let's just say verified underscore seller underscore item, right? So we want to pass this, then inside of it, we want to give it a class name of item footer. We also then want to, inside of it, we want to pass in an image, right? We want to make sure that that image is there. So the image that let's say we should create. So let's do img alt. Let's pass in always important to add the alt, so an image. So let's say verified underscore seller. Then we want to also give it a source, which is what Nest wants us to add. So let's just give it verified underscore seller dot svg, right? So let's just say slash verified dot seller dot svg. Then we can then close our image tag. We do not need this. I mean, you can use an if statement if you're sure that an if statement is what you need. You can use an if statement, but I just like to use ternary operators because I don't know, it's just pretty cool. Then we want to then inside the div, we want to just pass in top seller. I mean and if an if operator might be easier, then for this, if is not right. So if the item seller has a verified tag as true, then it should render top seller with that image, but else we want top seller to be equal to null. Then we want to pass this just above here to top seller. So let's see if this works on our front end. Item is not defined. Oh, sorry. Should be null. Should be null. Should be null. Where's our backend? Item is not defined. I think we need to pass the item tag. So where do we need to pass it? As props. So we're going to take this outside of here, then we come just below here and we pass it. Let's make sure that everything is, hold on, let's make sure that everything is prettified. So let's make sure, what does it want us to do? Nope, nope, nope. I don't need any of this. Let's see if we can format this document. Oh, yeah, we can't for now. So what we can do is you can just do move into the front-end folder, then we move into components. Let's make sure that we're in the right folder. Yeah, we move into src/components. Then we wrote write npx create here. Right. Yes. That's right. Dots. Okay, so it helped us basically do this. So let's move on. So now that we've done that and our app works, so to do so, we need to add the image allocated here. So they are, they are going to be default by. So let's try something, right? Let's see if everybody is where's the backend models. Sorry, user. So let's try to add. Let's try to make a very simple change that will let us know. So let us know if our user is defined, if our user is verified by default. Yes. So since we changed it, our user is actually verified if they have tag of, verified, right? So this works, right? We still need to do a bit of CSS, but this works for now. So what did we do before? Yeah, so let's change this back to false. So now it works. So let's make a PR. So git status, right? So let's do a git switch. That's C. Let's call it top seller tag, right? Top seller dash tag. And let's do a git status to be sure that all our changes moved on to the new branch. So let's do a git add dot and git commit -m or add verification badge to top seller. Then let's do a git push origin top dash seller dash tag. So while that is being done, we can just click on this. We can just click on this. And just click on this, then head over to GitHub, create a new verification tag, add verification back to top seller, then we wait for it to work. Okay, looks like Ness says, thanks, I will review these changes right away. So let's wait and see. This is our old branch, so we can delete this branch, close this, and close this too, and go back to our verification bar just to be sure everything works.
Approximately 10 hours later.
And now our checks are passed. So let's update our branch as usual. Let's make sure that we update our branch. Let's update our branch. While that is going on, let's go back and Ness says, looking good, Shedrack, you are now able to merge the PR. So let's wait for Ness to finish reviewing this current merge we've made. Let's keep waiting. It's taking quite long. So all we just need to do right now is just to merge our PR and we are good to go. Okay, since everything works perfectly. And now we can merge. So let's merge it, confirm merge, and voila, we are good to go. Now we can delete our branch, go back and Ness says, outstanding work, Mr. Hawks is pleased with you. In fact, a lot of performance more that I think there's no way you can maintain this level of commitment. So from what I understand, he's about to fire you. Unless they are willing to sign the pledge and commit to a hard work future. So let's sign the pledge. And submit. So now let's go back to Snack. And we sign the pledge. And we are all done. So it's good. Opportunity did it too quickly. Looks to each piston in project equipment. Goodbye. Never mind a code and users of anything think if you say that you are hired again, good for you. That said, if anything happens again, you should probably tell someone things are amiss. So yeah, this is how to solve the lengthy quest with JavaScript. Thank you so much for watching once again. Goodbye.